Hello, people of the internet. Board Zach here, and welcome back to yet another YouTube video. And in today's video, that is right, we are back already with yet another custom Lego Minecraft micro world module add-on, whatever you want to call it. I'm back with another one already. Now, let me tell you, when I made the last video, which was the End City, I said that it would be a while before I added onto the world, and that the world was mostly in complete shape. However, all of a sudden, inspiration hit me. I had a ton of new ideas for the world, and initially this module was intended to be the first of a set of modules that would go on the back here and expand the world backwards. But I don't really think I'm huge on how that ended up looking, and I actually ended up far preferring just continuing things off to the side as I have been. So I decided to keep the same idea, but go in the opposite direction. So this is obviously the Taiga village. Now, originally I wasn't gonna do any multi-biomed village, since this village in here is the original classic Minecraft village, but I've already incorporated some new ideas, including these two modules over here. You got a shipwreck, plenty of things that, ruined portal too, plenty of things that are only present in modern Minecraft. And I just I love the villages, and I want to do some more. I apologize, I'm kind of congested, so my nose keeps stuffing up on me while I'm trying to speak. So I would say expect maybe another village module. The problem I'm running into right now is that the overworld is reaching its full potential. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this. That's kind of why I wanted to expand backwards. So I don't know if I am still going to expand backward eventually, or if I am going to just move down a shelf and start another overworld area. We'll see. I kind of like the idea of starting a new one, but at the same time, so much of this is already everything that it needs to be. So we'll see what happens with that. But I do hope to do some more micro world stuff in the future. But for this module, I just had the basic idea of a Taiga village, and also the only thing that I really felt like I didn't get to fit into this world was the amethyst geode. So I was very happy I was able to fit that into this build, and I think it fits in really nicely. And as a whole, the other little mine segments in this build are nothing special, but I felt as if this one really justified having more mines. And this bit here is a transition out of the ocean, which we've had in here. It seems they might be adding more stuff to the ocean in future Minecraft updates. How I will tackle that, I am not sure. Get there when we get there. So yeah, that all being said, I am going to start with the underground modules as per usual. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all of these above ground modules. And I was just about to talk about how easily these ones actually remove, and then it didn't want to. And I'm not sure, do you hear that tapping sound? I'm not really sure what that is, so I apologize about that. But yeah, here are the modules. So obviously my favorite is the amethyst geode here. I was really happy to be able to use all the purples. I built this one as a fully white module, so on this side it does look a little jarring, but I just felt like that was a lot easier to tackle than trying to make a gradient that went back and forth. I used these Ninjago crystallized pink pieces for some of the crystals that form in the geode, like the shards, and I feel like those look really good in there. Over here, this is just a closed off mine entrance. There is nothing interesting happening in there. It is basically a copy of this, so I could phase out of the ocean monument. And then this one on the back here is another just basic mine shaft. We've got a waterfall that's turning into some ice since we're still in the taiga. So I wanted to have some indication of the colder biome here. Then we have a diamond there, and there's a diamond hidden back there too, and some lava. So this is one of those mine shafts, or not mine shafts, mines that you want to find yourself in. And then this one over here is another basic one, some lapis, a torch, and a block of TNT. Nothing all too exciting about those. And then move on to the top modules. This here is the little shack thing where you will find the cutting block. And I was gonna put a little cutting block in there, but there's no room for it, and I think that's fine. For the paths, I decided to take a note out of my idea for the farm. I think having a studded surface helps with making the path look a little more rough. So I did leave some studs in here. I do have tiles for those, so this isn't a case of me running out of tiles. It's a case of me just thinking that the studs looked a little better compared. And then, God, there goes my phone with the stupid, there we go. And then there is another berry bush over here and a sand block, which I guess carried over from the beach. The beach here is just a transition from the open ocean into the taiga, even more so. There is another ice spike here, which carries over from there. Some plants, sand, and more of the pathway. So I'm gonna throw those two back up here for now. And then this one here is one of these small, more basic houses for the Taiga village. I'm pretty proud of how I was able to pull off the roof. I think the shaping looks good at a small size. Nothing too remarkable here. Got a small window on the back. A little bit of water here. Some of these houses are known as Fisher houses. This is not the style of the Fisher house, but I did want to have a house next to some water to kind of indicate that. They also have a lot of these little potted plants outside of their homes, so you can see those recur throughout the build. And then some more plants and the pathway, which is a little rough. And that carries us into the last module. I didn't mention the tree on this one. Those are copied builds from my original Taiga inclusion. And more plants, berry bush, and I'm not sure what this building is called, but I'm very happy with the shaping. I think it looks very close to the game, and I'm happy with that, especially the roof. And you've got some more dark green back here, which I've used interlude with the sand green to kind of get that look that we go for in the original modules, where there's some differing grass colors. So now I'm going to attach this, make sure it's on there good. And yeah, that is really about it for the Taiga village. I'm pretty happy with this one. I would say this is up there as one of my more favorite ones. What holds it back is it's a little muted in the colors, and that's just a translation of the game. But I do find myself preferring like this, for example, which is just tons of colorful biomes meeting in the middle. And then this area over here is just really bright and colorful. It gets a little colder in here, a little more bright, and then back into the cooler colors. I really like how they all interlay. And connecting everything, we have a pretty good looking micro layout. There is the complete Taiga. It cuts in pretty like effortlessly from the original module. Everything in there lines up extremely well. And overall, I just think this is yet another awesome part of the world. And as a whole, I really love how there's elements of old Minecraft, some new Minecraft, old, more old with a little bit of new, and then here you've got some new Minecraft. I love how this world brings so much together. I will say the world's a little ridiculous when it comes to the length of it, but I love it. I'm very happy with how this has turned out. Like I said, I still might expand backward eventually, but it's becoming more and more daunting as this thing gets longer and longer. I was going to expand backward before I did any more side expansions, but as I said, I just don't really know that I want to do backwards, only because I've put so much effort into all of the modules on the back of the micro world, and I really don't want to hide any of those, and the work it would take to modify so much of the world, I don't know that I want to do that. So we'll see what happens. And for now, I can't promise that there will still be weekly videos. The last one really was intended to be the last one. This is a little surprise epilogue episode because I had some inspiration hit me. There might be another one. It might be longer than a week. It could be a week. I don't know. So please don't be expecting one next week, but there is a chance of it. And yeah. So with that all being said, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the support as always. Hopefully you enjoyed this surprise module. I wasn't planning on doing this one, and I'm very happy with how it turned out and happy with how it looks as a part of the world. So please let me know what you think, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.